Hari Hari Ram Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna 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 Hari Hari. I'll put you up in a bit, guys. Just hold your horses. Hare Krishna Hare Krishna. I think got some things to do first here. Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama.
The Bluetooth device is connected successfully.
Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama. Oh, great to see you back there, Shamaguri. Hope you're feeling better. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for coming. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Oh, my Lord, Sri Krishna. Oh, Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Hare. Oh, my Lord Krishna. Oh, my Lord Krishna. Hare Krishna Jai Shri Radhe. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare.
Please charge the battery if
Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna.
please charge the battery is low.
Hare Krishna, Krishna. Okay. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare.
Please charge the battery is low.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Bluetooth connected.
Okay. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Bluetooth disconnected.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare.
Bluetooth connected.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Back on track. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. That's how you know when you start to feel like Mother Yashoda when the milk is boiling over and you have to go and take care of that, and Krishna is thinking, where'd you go? Where'd you go? I'm telling you, what we're doing here is real Vrindavan, man. What happened there happens here. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Watch out for those fancy explanations about what's going on in Vrindavan from these speculators, man. All speculations, my God. You know, some of these, they get a reputation. Oh, he's such a high devotee. You get all this It's not the way it is. They don't know. They just speculate. Oh, it sounds really good, and they speculate. Oh, Mother Yashoda she's going to take care of the boiling milk over because of it, and it's just just in their minds, And they get, oh well, he knows what's really going, and they don't know. They got to feel it. It's got to actually feel how Krishna feels, and why you have to do these. Everything is just like it becomes And it's like your nature, and that's how you understand it. As it is. That's why I see always as it is, as it is. But it has to be your experience as it. Otherwise, people are, it's like this, The Narayan Raj group was like that. Oh, very creative, and very creative, and but it's all speculation. They don't know. But it sounds good to the mind, Ooh. The Cowherd Boys, they said, how did Krishna warrant a birth among us? And see, when you can feel that way, I think that how do I get this? A guy like me, how do I warrant an association like this of Radha and Krishna in my heart? And I understand all these things. How? Hey, they have the opposite. Oh, of course, we deserve it. Oh, we just. That's the false ego layer, imitation. Okay? So we're here to help people break through that if they want, you want the real thing or you want the fake? You want the fool's gold? See, fool's gold, we got the real fool's gold. See, they got the fool's gold. See, there's a difference. The fool's gold are for those who admit they're fooled, they get real gold. They got the fool's gold for being a fool, they don't admit it, and then they get the imitation, not the real thing. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Only with Radha's love can we really ascertain Krishna and the truth about him. We can't know any other way. That's why it's all about this devotion that Lord Chaitanya brought. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Everybody should learn from Karuna and or River how to pair your channels so we can get this message out. Hey Krishna, just ask them how to do it. If you want to do some preaching, easy preaching, then pair your channels. See, look, people coming here because Karuna is pairing the channel. So learn how to do this stuff. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasari Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jesus, 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 Jesus. Jesus, 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 Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada, 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 Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga, Nityananda, Nityananda, Gauranga, Gauranga. Gauranga, Gauranga, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Okay,
Thanks for using.
I'm gonna stick. I was really having a good time just talking about basic things. I'm gonna leave the high stuff up to you guys, man. Krishna's giving you a lot of extra mercy. So you do the high stuff, you hold that, and I'll do the grunt work. I like that stuff. I like the basic stuff. And yeah, because we got new people coming. They're coming to me. Just and they need something. They can't. They don't need to hear this stuff that we're doing. It's just between ISKCONs and all this other stuff. So I want to do some more basic things, and the building blocks of where we are, and what real bhakti is, so they can make a bridge for them, and they'll just probably come right in, because this is the most fantastic philosophy and truth there is today. This trumps everything. It trumps Christianity. It really does. I mean, I consider myself a Christian, born again, all that, but this trumps that. It trumps, it completes that, actually. Actually, what it does is it completes Christianity. Because Jesus showed me that things that he hasn't shown most Christians. I know, I talked to them. He's shown me these things of how it works, how God is everywhere and everything and all of that. What Jesus's vision was. The Father, I know that. He knew that. And he came to give that. But that's just part. See, this completes it. The unlimited one. Krishna is unlimited, and he's also the son of Nanda Maharaj. That's his very sweet, intimate relation. See, and this completes everything. This will complete the Christian's understanding. If they're, they'll, if they want to go on. They could go for who knows how long in heaven, if they want, if heaven is where they've attained. It depends on their consciousness, all about your consciousness. What have you realized? See, even Jesus taught the principle, what you bind on earth, you bind in spirit. So whatever your consciousness is here, is why, see, we're here. The Lord comes here to this planet. He puts his pastimes here. He puts a Jesus here, in different types of incarnations here. You don't hear about them on other planets so much. There's other incarnations, but not like this. It's a very special place, Earth. And we're here, and he comes here. So whoever can take advantage of these incarnations, especially Lord Caitanya, especially, he's the latest one, just 550 years ago, he came here. Especially this incarnation. He's so giving, like literally giving. He's like like a multi-zillionaire, that just has so much wealth. He just, here you go, man. Oh, here, the wealth to the Lord is attraction to him. That's our wealth, is his wealth. His wealth is attraction to himself. That's his wealth. And he came to give it. Figure that out. It's so simple, it's hard to understand. What is he talking about? What's this? Talk about a big ego. It's huge, his ego. But it's real. It's the real ego. Himself is so attractive it's attractive to himself. It's just, you see these people with selfies, this is how you know. The false ego is, they think, look at this body, it's so beautiful. A beautiful woman and everything. They look at this. Oh, this body's so beautiful. See? So Krishna's doing the same thing. This body, he looks in the mirror. I mean, this is in the Shastras. He looks in the mirror, he says, this body is so beautiful. But that body is spiritual. It's his spiritual potency. It's his other half. The other half is the devotion, the radha. Oh, this body is beautiful. This spiritual body is beautiful. That's why he only sees his devotees. He just wants to look at his devotees. They're so beautiful to him. Because it's him. It's his beauty. It's his reflection. He's who he is such an ananda. It's so beautiful. See, so the devotees, we get in on that. Jesus didn't show me that. I saw God is everywhere and everything, and I was all a part. It's so fantastic, but I didn't see this. I didn't know this. Isn't it amazing? This is, I love, this is the highest revelation. This is called the absolute imperishable truth of all truths. And Lord Chaitanya is so magnanimous incarnation, so wealthy with this and expressive of this that he just, but you got to see it again. You got to see somebody who is motivated by Lord Chaitanya, who is representing that, who knows that Lord, and pretty rare. Even Narayan Raj couldn't. I mean, I just use him as a stand, like you need to see, well, this is the gold standard, and that's not quite it yet. That's all. People think it is, but I'm sorry, man, it isn't. And I'll prove it. We have enough sadhu sanghas here. You'll see that there's a difference in this consciousness that the Lord is giving us here than in any other groups. There's a wealth given here that's not given in any other group. You're going to see it. That's why if anybody's got the greed out there, you can get something that you won't get. It's very rare. I mean, when I was in Narayan Raj group, as a perspective, not as a criticism, when I was in the Narayan Raj group, they were thinking, there's never going to be anybody like him. They were all thinking that. That's why they won't take the name Srila. They won't take it, but they'll take the disciples. See, that's called speculation. I wouldn't let a disciple take disciples unless God was really in them where they could deliver them. I would never authorize that. That's why Prabhupada never really authorized. They're all speculating and desirous and blind. That's all. Baby stuff. But they were thinking this guy is so fantastic that he'll never be another person like that. Okay? And because he also preached, to get what I got, many lifetimes. But look at the power here. To get what I got, this lifetime. And what I've got was much better than that. I was there a year and a half. To me, what much better is more intimate. That's all much better is more intimacy with God and Radha and Krishna. And then all is revealed, as a real maidservant, not in your mind. And it was in there, Radhe, and maidservant Manjari. It's all Manjari Bhav and all up in, here, not, feeling it, man. What does it feel like to be a Manjari? What does it feel like for Radha and Krishna to be so close to you that you see that you're just here to facilitate their happiness? What does it feel like, man? That's only felt in a spiritual body that's purified. Okay? Only that such an experienced devotee can convey such things to others, where they can begin to feel that, if that's their relationship. Yeah, mystery guest, yes. Yeah. Yeah, and what do we mirror here? We mirror the Lord. See, the mirror, who is the Lord? See, again, like yesterday we said, who is God? Satchidananda. What is Satchidananda? Well, come here and find out. Come here and see it. Come here and see Satchidananda, my friends. Anybody, ISKCON, I don't care, food service workers, come here, see what God looks like. You're saying you're God? No. Well, no, I'm saying I'm looking at God and he's fantastic and he's coming through my heart. He's emanating here, he's coming through these truths, these experiences. This is him, man. This is as close as you're going to get to him from the outside as you're going to ever get that I can see, until it becomes your experience. And then you convey to others that. And if they want to get it, they're going to have to get it through you, from your experience and not your speculations. This is the problem in Vaishnavism. So many speculations. See, they're trying to grab at this because it's so great, and they know it, it's great in their mind, but they're trying, well, let's imitate it, or who would have speculated on it, and let's get it, and they're, grabbing for it, but they can't quite get it. You got to get it through the real door that the Lord has appointed. See, that door is here, isn't it? I don't believe in God. Well, come here. Well, I don't care to. I'm greedy, though. I'm going to go Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Oh, well, you're not really greedy enough. not enough. If you were greedy, people would check it out. They would stay and see, find out, if it's really real. Okay. I love these basic things, that well, that's not basic. It's just the most greatest, fantastic thing about God. Um, there's verses that talk about um, where, who was it? So well, anyway, some devotee was saying, the Pandavas, sometimes Krishna, he was their, not some, he was their friend. He was their friend. He was their benefactor. He was their good fortune. He would sometimes even serve them as a servant. He was their God. They depended on Krishna. He saved them in all kinds of situations. See? That's the life of a devotee. The Lord is there. They depend on the Lord practically. See, it's practical, not just, metaphorically. Oh, but practically in life and everything. If God is realized, the puzzle is complete. Yeah, well, everything is complete in Him. See, everybody is puzzled because they're not in the Lord, in the transcendental Lord. That's where all knowledge is, man. That's where all happiness is. See, so everybody's more or less puzzled in this world. They haven't put the puzzle together until you're in God. Then it's put together. See, then it's finished. I'm just here to marry people off to the Lord so that you can be complete in Him like I'm complete in Him. That's guru. Are you really guru? Are you complete in the Lord? Is He? And how you could say, oh yeah, I'm complete in God. Yes, I'm complete. I'm a spiritual master. I'm a minister. I'm here to minister to you. I'm complete in God. Okay? But that won't happen until it's inside. He's inside you, awakened. Otherwise, it's got to be here. See, you really feel that experience, and you can't feel that materially. Material feelings are a block to that feeling. You got to get purified. You got to be around people who feel it spiritually. Their spiritual body is awakened. Okay? And then you have some possibility. That's the door, is the devotee. When they said, Philip said, Jesus said, you know the way now. He knew they didn't quite know yet. So, but opportunity to preach. He had to ask the right questions. Oh, you know the way, right? Philip, this didn't have the spirit inside him yet. That was the problem. It was still outside in Jesus. Lord, I don't know. Where's the way? And he said, look at me, man. I am the way. My example is the way. My word is the way. My feeling is the way. And the feeling inside me is the Lord. He shows me the way. I show you the way. That's guru. Otherwise, what is the meaning of the guru? If you're not seen because you're not Bhagavad Gita 10:10, see, Bhagavad Gita, to those who worship me with loving ecstasy. That loving ecstasy is not mundane. It's not material. It's not material feeling. It's spontaneous, ecstatic love of God that when it awakens, it's natural, just like it's natural to love our husbands and wives and dogs and cats. Well, that has to be awakened in us, and it's very pure love. Okay? Even the separation in that love produces ecstasy. But the separation from your cat, when it dies, how does it feel? How does it feel when your son and daughter grow up and don't give a crap about you unless they are babysitted or need some money or something? Or they die, or they separate, or they turn against you. How does it feel? See, not very nice. See, that's material world, and that's just nature. That's our nature here in this world. But you transcend it. This path we're preaching here and teaching here and sharing here and showing here, you transcend that into eternal happiness in union and separation, which this is all a reflection of, because it's just bodily, material bodily. And that's also bodily, but it's all spiritual bodily. That's what we want, right? Don't you want to be spirit? Spirit is great. That's why Narada Muni's spirit, he flies anywhere he wants. Everybody wants mystic powers. Why not that? You live in spirit even in this life, and you feel even free here in the body. Okay, you got a little thing here, but it's great for preaching. It's great for glorifying. You think this is any different than what they do in the spiritual world? It's the same thing. But this is a nicer this because they're just preaching to the choir there. We're preaching and liberating souls. That's why Krishna's attracted to be. He's called a Leela avatar, and we're part of that Leela avatar troop, saving souls in the world just by preaching truth. The truth will set people free. Thank you, Jesus, man. What a great statement. I'm never going to give that one up. We're going to milk that till eternity finishes. It is so true. The truth sets you free, isn't it? People are just hypnotized by ignorance. That's all. And truth. That's truth. It's a snap of the finger, man. You come here. You got to be like a Jesus. You got to look at people and say, yeah, when you see me, you see the Father, man. He is the truth. You see what's coming out of the mouth? This is called the Father, man. The complete realization of God. That's got to come out of your mouth. And if you're not like that, step aside. I'm not afraid to share that truth because it's true. He did. Why shouldn't I? That's why people could depend on Jesus, because he was who he was. He said who he was. He didn't lie about it. I ain't going to lie about it, man. I'm here to deliver my disciples. The Lord has ordered me to do that. Prabhupada ordered me to do that. Jesus gave me the power. Lord Caitanya gave me the power to do that. But on my own, I can't. It's by their authority, right? Didn't I tell you who came to me? Prabhupada. Who appeared? Krishna. Who elevated me to the kingdom of God in 1973? Jesus. See? On their mercy, all this is going on. I'm just here to get people ready to do that too. That's all, because we're all built for that. To help our brothers and sisters. Now, that's the ultimate welfare work, to deliver souls. And if you can't admit when people say, are you the son of God? And you say, oh, not me. Then what kind of son are you? A light are you in this world? You don't know the truth. Or you say, oh, of course, yeah, I'm the son of God. Don't you see, man? I'm a big sannyasi. I'm this, I'm that. I'm qualified. I do austerities. Yeah. Well, that's another illusion, man. Is the sun in you? See, the son of the sun that's all that is, man. Is the truth in you? Even the early Christians knew this. They would see somebody and they'd be speaking like authorities, and they'd say, there's no truth in you. There's no love of God in you. They could see. It's like I could see the God brothers of Prabhupada. I could see, hey, man, there's no truth in them. They're speculating on the truth. Oh, yeah, they're acharyas and all that, without them being elevated above rules and regulations and austerities and ceremonies and all of that. What kind of austerities does God have to do when he's living in you? What kind of austerities do you have to do? Unless you're, if you're that type. If you're born a Brahmin, you naturally do austerities, right? But the same love in a Sudra is the same in a sannyasi that's a devotee. Yeah, the same love. Yeah. Look at Bhavananda Roy. Bhavananda Roy was pounds and shillings man, and most of his sons were pounds and shillings. They worked, went to work, made money. They had big families, feeding the mouths every day. But they had this natural love for Lord Caitanya and Radha and Krishna. or Krishna. I don't know Radha, but whatever their relationship is. There's natural love for Lord Chaitanya and everything. And they go and meet Lord Chaitanya, and Lord Chaitanya said, "Hey, man, whether you are renounced, your family is renounced or not, you're my servant's birth after birth." So whenever the Lord comes here, he brings his family. They also like to preach in their way. They preached as like Sudra class. Can you imagine the 5 Pandavas came as Sudra? What's that to them? Oh, yeah, well, it's like the Lord says, "Hey, we're going to have a play in the material world. Want to come?" Yeah, yeah. What role you want me to play? Oh, how about 5 Pandavas instead of being, big kings? How about you want to be the Sudra class? Yeah, sure, Lord. If you want us, yeah, why not? Need some help in that way? Yeah, yeah. We'll be the Sudras. And how about you, Nakula Brahmachari? You want to be a beggar? Yeah. They all had the same love. They were all ecstatic. Oh, how about you, Rupa and Sanatan? You're Manjaris. Naturally, you lived in Vrindavan and you don't care about anything, literally. You want to show they want to just live in Vrindavan there and show the Brahmins and teach to the Brahmins, preach to them, and get them to accept your association because they see that you 22 hours a day you're doing this. I mean they were doing like 22 hours a day, like Haridas, and just 2 hours for sleeping, and they showed that thing. But they had the same love that Bhavananda Roy had in their own relationships, of course. But it's love of God. The devotee's happy in their relationship. People don't know this. Why? Because the Lord ain't yet awakened in them in a very deep way. Worshiping the Lord in loving ecstasy for lifetimes. That's why you see the necessity to have a guru. If you're not feeling like that naturally, then you need somebody like that. That's why you guys have come here, right? Wouldn't you like to chant? And do you ever wonder what kind of ecstasy Lalita or Gaurahari is experiencing? Okay. Well, you'll also experience that when the Lord, if you had not already, you'll feel this more and more and more forever. That's the whole thing here. We have the highest wealth distribution here. Now, to actually see, you can actually see what real wealth is. This is the wealth that God treasures that nobody knows is the wealth. They think all this shiny gold pieces that you can't take with you. See, this wealth I take with me, man. I bring it here and I take it back or wherever I go and distribute it. It's just so much. Look at these classes every day. Where is it? I'm just distributing my wealth. I love it, man. Because that's what that's why they come out of Vaikuntha when the Lord takes his pastimes here. They empties out and they all want to come on this preaching mission. It is so wonderful. Where have you ever heard anything? I mean, I haven't heard anything like this. I'm pulling from incarnations now, coming through. So I love this. I love it. It's a present every day, isn't it? Come here. You never know what's going to happen, what the Lord's going to bring through. Man, I love this lifestyle. This is real. I mean, really real. This is eternally real. Not just real for a time and then we die and then you get another body. You don't remember who you were or who your family was. Talk about, when you see it in reality, all that family, they all disappear, come back, get another family. Oh, it's just really real for a time. And you go and you're just completely absorbed in the families. I see it even now, like Janaki's family, They go, oh yeah, they're always doing, oh, we got to take the kids to the school and then drive them around and it's, and then one day, all finished. And then they come back. If you haven't figured it out by sadhu sangha, attendance, and having God awakened in you, and then you see beyond the illusion, then you come back and you do the same damn thing again, man. Oh, you get a new family, new kids, all that stuff. That's why they call it illusion. See, it's real for a time and then it's gone. It's called illusion because it's not quite who we are. See, we're supposed to do this. We also have this in spirit. See, but that doesn't ever end. Our families is family forever. And it begins here. It begins by a person that is from there. And if you can't say, I'm not of this world. See, what does he say? Jesus said, I'm in this world, but not of this world. See, that's a spirit. You're a spirit. It's not only spirit, you're a spirit servant of the Lord forever. Now, that's the truth. But have you realized it? Well, that's what our work. So you realize it. So everybody, whoever comes into this association, I'm spirit, man. This love of God. Wow, it's revealed everything. The complete truth. I see. Okay, I got a human existence. Got these relations here. But this is the prime. Isn't that Vrindavan? They were married, they're doing things, they were doing their whatever that people do in the world, they were doing it there, but they had Krishna. People, just ask yourself, do you have intimacy with Krishna? You got the world, you got your family, you got your religion, but do you have this affection and attraction for the spiritual Lord? He's Spirit Lord. Can you feel that? Do you evince the symptoms that Brahma, see, Cole put that thing yesterday about Brahma said, those who evince the symptoms of ecstasy, tears in the eyes, all the other symptoms you see here are all transcendental, are promoted the kingdom of God. They do not take another worth because you've bound that here. Now you've bound love of God. It's spirit. Now you're spirit. You're spirit. Your spirit being you're in the human world, giving other people spirit experience. You see, people think they're all in their minds. Oh yeah, I'm a spiritual being having a human experience. Yeah. So, yeah, okay. Well, what's the proof of that? That you're a spiritual being. Can you show that the symptoms of being a spirit? Oh no, it's just we just speculate that it sounds good. That's everything, all the way in through the religion or New Age stuff. We're spiritual beings having we speculate this is what it is to be spirit. They're not even out of the celestial yet. No, it's all about deed, man. That's what Jesus and Prabhupada and all realized. I'm looking at the deeds, man. Deeds. If you're a spiritual being having a human experience, in a human body, well, let's see the symptoms of that spirit, man. Because the books confirm, sometimes they laugh. Those who are having love of God, which is the spiritual relationship, the real one, the eternal one, sometimes they laugh, sometimes they cry, sometimes they choke up when they're in touch with their Lord by mantra. The name of God is non-different. That's proof you're a real authorized representative of God. God is his name. Have you realized that? Oh, yeah. Well, let's see the tears. Where are they, man? Where's the ecstasy of that revelation of closeness with God? That's what it is. You get so close to God, how can you not help but knowing him? It's like, how do you know your partner? Oh, I'm really close to them. I've been bonding with them for a long time. I love my wife, so I know her well. I love my husband. I know him well. I see him every day. I meet with him every day. Really, we're tight. See, tight, like one body. Okay? Are you like that with God? Well, if you are, you're going to show some different symptoms, some extraordinary symptoms, some uncommon symptoms. Okay? See, you hear things explained like this, then you could see, oh, look, that's not like that out there. You just never had the gold standard. So you had an iron standard. You have people that are not realizing these things personally, and they're preaching and speculating, and you're believing in iron as gold. See, that's still Maya. That's called religion. I don't have religion. I'm not into religion. I have to be the Bhagavad Gita verse to preach, to be a guru, to be a teacher. If you're not Bhagavad Gita 10:10, or that Bhagavad Gita was it chapter 18, 65 and 66, abandon all varieties of religion because you've got the truth living in you, man. I don't need speculations of religion. People have material motives for being gurus and to lead. What kind of leadership that can't add anything to me? No, as it is adds it to me, man. Just I relish things as it is, just taking words literally and relishing the truth that, oh, wow, Krishna's this word, man. He's like every word to me now. You improving it every day. You see new words coming. Okay? How they are all representing the Lord if you have the eyes to see it, the devotional eye. Otherwise, nobody sees anything. When one actually develops love of God, he naturally sometimes cries, laugh. There you go, 23. See, all about love of God. What's the problem? What's the difference? Why can't these people, I don't know, we keep circling around to them. I thought I wanted to give that up, but they're a good example. What is the problem not to understand them? It's right there as it is in the book. When one develops love of God, naturally, sometimes one laughs and cries. You see that here, and they think, oh, that's a Sahajya. What? It's right there in the book. It's spontaneous. I can't force that. She can't force it. It just comes naturally. There you go. It's confirmed in the book. Your words are not confirmed in the book, but our deeds are confirmed in the book. See, the deed that God is doing in us spontaneously is confirmed by that verse. Why do you think Prabhupada came to me in 1996? Because all his books that he spent all that time writing, that's an example of it, and all these beautiful verses were just waiting to be picked off the tree of those books. The fruits. It's time for, there's so many fruits. I need help to pick them. Right? Look at these things. See, you guys are helping like this. Put the verse up. We pick a fruit and present it to the world. Whoever listens to this will become enlightened on the highest truths, higher than anything that's ever been given. Not Socrates never had this. Einstein never had this. They're only famous in the world of men. And they've done their job. People are inspired by Socrates. But, or Einstein and everything, but it's still human. This is divine. This is spiritual. This liberates the soul. The teachings of Socrates don't liberate you forever, but these do, because they're real. They cause a real transformation in people who hear these words. These words are realization. They're all spirit words, spirit experiences. Not speculations, real things. You come here long enough, you'll see him. And this person knows what he's talking about. He's experienced. And then you go and listen to those who don't. It seems ridiculous. Ridiculous. It's like, people believe that? Well, you know better now. You've seen the standard. Somebody, this way you got to be, the Lord has to be living in you and set the real standards. See, the real standard here above the rules and regulations standard that the recent acharyas did is this standard. Okay? Spontaneous love of God standard, the real Raganuga Bhakti standard. See, whatever a great man does, common men follow. Now, wouldn't that be great? Now, not that personally I'm great on that, but what's in me is great. And he's teaching and expressing. I'm just saying, Lord, okay, you want to use me as a flute to put the standard in the world of spontaneous love? Why not? I'll do it. That's why when I read the verse to confirm what Prabhupada said, this says, my full approval. And Krishna is saying, because of your guru, my second disciple, because of your guru, I'm appearing before you. I'm giving you my darshan, literally. That's what do you think Lalita's getting and Johan? Because of that benediction of Krishna. He said it, not I'm just repeating what he said. And you see it's true because you're getting darshan. The river also, this is darshan. When you love the Leela to the point of tears and laughter and all that, that's true happiness. That's eternal happiness. You'll be doing that river forever if you just stick with it and don't believe in the contamination. You just let it come out. You'll do this forever. It just gets deeper and better. And all your power to preach will come from that. And people say, where did that come from? Already you could see people think, how are you're preaching like the wind? Where does that come from? Because of your intimacy with God is powerful. It's a real exemplary. You went in the door, you came, the Lord has given you a bona fide representative, his representative, his spirit representative, and you've accepted that association. You came in the door. Now you can lead people properly by your testimony. Krishna will give you the right words, the right realizations. You know how to get them now because you're in Krishna and he's decided to take his residence in you. And this is a one-way trip. He doesn't come out. You might be able to cover him up sometimes, but he won't come out. Oh, yeah, I see you. Okay. There she is. Okay. I said I was just going to do basic stuff. Why? See, I have my plan, and Krishna has his. Prabhupada used to say that a lot. He said, I have my plan, but Krishna also has his, and, Okay, Bhagavad Gita now. New window. Database. Okay, we were in chapter 4, Transcendental Knowledge. Okay, I'm going to do this from the perspective of like new people coming, so I'm going to try that. That's my plan. Let's see if it's Krishna's plan. Now that's a contradiction. People usually want to do the Lord's. See, but that's part of the beauty of it. Otherwise, how can you have two? You need two, different mixings. You come together and you change. You might change your mind. You know how people change their mind here? Well, you have that also with God. You come in with a certain thing, and then you get together, and then things change. Oh, we change our mind. Let's do something like this. People do that. You ever have a meeting? You have a meeting and your minds change, right? Well, when you have a meeting with God, like this is our meeting with God, things change. The direction changes. It's like a movement, like a snake, actually. Kind of goes like this. Yeah. So the personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna said, I instructed this imperishable science of yoga to the sun god Vivishwan, and Vivishwan instructed it. Actually, I'm going to have Radhe read. You want to read, Radhe? No? Okay, how about you, Lalita? Let's have Lalita read. Oh, well, River, I don't know. She looks like River.
I said, why doesn't she read, Radhe? Now that she has the chance.
Yeah, why don't you read? Do you want to read? No. She wants to listen. Okay. All right, so who wants to read, just jump up. Okay. Let's see if Tom okay, go ahead.
Well, Tom, if Tom wants, he can. We can, of course.
You have to make your own straw get bigger or not there, Tom. I don't know, man. You guys decide. Whoever reads. I don't know. You guys.
You want to read, Tom? You want to read?
Okay, there he goes. Okay, somebody else is here. Looks like. Let's see who it is. No, Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita, chapter 4, man.
Bhagavad Gita, chapter 4. I take the Prabhupada book version. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Wow, basics.
Yeah.
Om Namo
I
Bhagavate.
want to explain something here. So the John Andre says something interesting. Yes, even though I realize the Holy Lord inside and outside, the ego feels attacked. Yeah, that's just part of this. That happens for a while. And gradually that gets purified. See, so it is an attack on. It's a struggle. It's for a while, because ultimately the Lord wins. But you just keep cultivating the path. If the best way are those who've won the struggle. See, that's here. There's winners here. If you want to win the struggle quickly, you win that struggle with the devotees who are winning that struggle. You could see by the symptoms that they're winning the struggle. Like you could see, like Lalita and River, as they're going through their stuff, you see this the real part is winning the struggle. Okay? The struggle is all the conditioning and all the false ideas that we have, and feelings, and the mode of goodness, and all those identifications that causes the Lord is in there working, and gradually, step by step, you start to realize, oh, I'm spirit, more and more, and that stuff comes out of you, is exhorted out. See, exhorted out, and then the Lord lives. It's just, oh, I live because the Christ lives in me. You'll be saying what Paul said. Other part is dead, but I live because the Christ in me is living. See, and you'll identify more with that and less with this other stuff. See, and then you're just happy in your intimacy with God more and more forever. It's great. This is fantastic. I don't know how much more easier or of a bridge you can really get now. There is no other place on this planet I've seen this kind of bridge made like this. And I've been around. I've even been around ecstatic Christians who are the most ecstatic I've ever seen of anybody. I lived with them for 30 days, actually. The Lord has put me in all kinds. I lived with the Radhakund Babajis. I lived in the Rayam Raja's group. I was in ISKCON for 5 years. I've been going back and forth to India for 25 years. Seeing a lot of stuff. So, it's like I got a tour. And this is really hands down the best. And if people come, you'll see for yourself. If you really have that desire, I just encourage people to come so that you can get out of this material consciousness and be in spiritual consciousness forever. It's fantastic. It's wonderful. This associating with when these verses that say, oh, the Pandavas, you're so fortunate because Krishna is your benefactor, he's your friend, he's your servant. Sometimes he serves you, you serve him, and there's nothing that this relationship is only available through bhakti yoga. See, and bhakti yoga is, you have to find a bhakti yogi that is a real one, not just speculating about it. See, they got it here, man. It's real for them. God is living inside them. See, and preaching how to get the world how to get God awakened in you. See, so your relationship can flourish. You see how people, your relationships are flourishing. It's very attractive. People in our group say, "Yeah, I love to hear. I like to see the relationship Johan has with Krishna. Oh, today I want to see how Lalita is related." Where do you see that? Everybody's just in their head. You guys see, you're in your heart about it. You know, and they see your journey, they see all these things, and they say, "This is what I," and you can say, "What I have done all men must do," just like Jesus. Everybody's got to go. I went through this, Jesus went through this, his disciples go through this, you're going through this. So you're on the real path. This is the real deal, real path, man, real bridge. Yeah, living guru, man. You know, that's the door. If you're not there already, you need one. And what I've seen, even these gurus need it. Every one of them. Everyone, I don't want to mention any names again. Everyone I've mentioned already needs one. Still. Otherwise, they die with a little bit of a covering over the real Vrindavan. It's like Prabhupada saw with his own God brothers. Look at this. They still, after 50 years, see, it shows you it's not enough just to do rules and regulations and ceremonies and fire sacrifices and threads. Oh, look at this. After 50 years, they still have envy and jealousy. They didn't get over that. You see, it takes a while to get over that. Even on the point of being ecstatic, it still takes a while. Go ahead, Tom. Read on.
Where do you want me to start?
Text number 2.
Two.
Oh, it's text number 1 again.
Okay.
Chapter 4. Are you chapter 4?
Transcendental knowledge.
Yeah.
The blessed. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Wow.
Get closer to the mic, too, by the way.
Okay. Like this?
Yeah, like that.
Okay. The blessed Lord said, I instructed this imperishable science of yoga.
Get closer to the mic. It's like you keep moving away and project your voice, like don't. Ah.
I don't know what it means, but I'm as close as possible. I don't know. The blessed Lord said, I instructed this imperishable science of yoga to the sun god Vishvaswan.
What's going on?
And Vishvaswan instructed it to Manu, the father of mankind.
You know what? I want to get this microphone thing straight. Why is it sometimes good and then sometimes not?
I can look into the settings. There are audio settings on.
Well, I mean, it was just good, and then it, would you buy a cheap microphone or something?
No, it's not a cheap one. I go back to the old settings. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare. Now I changed.
It's better. Okay, go ahead. Now I don't hear anything. Yeah. Okay, Tom, I'm sorry, but Lalita, read. I'm sorry, just you get it worked out sometime. Just practice. Go ahead, Lalita, read, please. Let's go. Let's move.
I'm sorry. Okay.
It's-
I'm reading.
Sorry, Tom.
Sorry,
The straw
everybody.
just got.
Sorry, everybody. I'm taking it. He's mine. The Blessed Lord said, I instructed these imperishable signs of yoga to the sun god Vivashvan. And Vivashvan, he instructed it to Manu, the father of mankind. And Manu, in turn, he instructed it to Ikshvaku. Uh, this supreme science was thus received through the chain of disciplic succession, and the saintly kings understood it in that way.
Yeah, I mean, see, so people might say, I don't need to do this. I'm going to do it my way. And that's what most people do. They do it the way they speculate instead of just the way that's recommended by the devotional scriptures, the Shastras, by Krishna himself here. And they say, well, I don't know. Okay, you don't have faith in there. So what we need is need to see that people that are actually following this path and getting the result of the disciplic line. We think, well, there's got to be a result of following the disciplic line. Otherwise, and that's what you see, like when you have something going on that in this world like this, you need to see an example of a disciplic line. See? Oh, and then you either see it works or it doesn't work. So, like when I look at the other so-called lines, I'm saying, okay, are they receiving this this line? And what is that? And basically, should love of God, man, love of Krishna. That's the whole point. And so the real line is you see a demonstration. You see that there's a guru, and then there's a disciple, and there's a disciplic line, and you're receiving. See, but what are you receiving? See? Well, here in this line, you should be receiving Lord Chaitanya and what he is. Basically, he's the complete truth. Satchidananda. He's love of God personified. Okay? So that's the real line. And so it's transmitted through realized devotees. Everybody mute your mics, please. Except Lalita, I don't think she has a problem because she's got a computer. Yeah, so if you come in the real line, then you'll get the real results. And then we say, oh, well, here's a real line. So the result now, because Lord Chaitanya's come, okay, it's all driving to have what he established back then. It's just like very similar with Jesus. We use him as an example. Jesus came to establish the Holy Spirit, right? So now in 2022, you need to find, well, is there any recipients of that spirit like the early Christians were? See, then you see, oh, there's the real line. See, it popped up over there because those persons have what those persons have back when it started with Jesus, right? Well, the Holy Spirit started with Jesus. Where is it now? Yeah, a lot of people say that. I've been around Christians. Oh, yeah, we have the Holy Spirit. They don't even know what it is a lot of times. Some people really do have it. I've seen symptoms. I would spend 30 days with people who have the Holy Spirit, and they have the realizations to back it up. I know because I said, well, this guy knows what he's talking about. He has the realization about these things. He's got real devotion. And they always talk about, like this one guy, Matt, he said, it's all about intimacy with God. And I said, yep, that's right. He knows. Okay? And that's why he's ecstatic. He gets it through. And he's Bhagavad Gita 10:10 personified to an extent. Okay? Only thing lacking is this completion with this association like I got. Okay? That's why I spent time with them, and it wasn't getting me so because speculation doesn't quite do it for me. So it was like, I felt like like the gopis felt when Krishna appeared in his four majestic hands, and their ecstasy wasn't stimulated. It's a different, I don't like I don't like not knowing who God really is, and the Bible doesn't give a really clear sense of the path, and I mean it's just not there because the Bible's chopped up like Prabhupada's books will be chopped up in 2,000 years, guaranteed. They'll, just that's why you see Krishna comes again and again when when people waver and from the truth. It's like Lord Chaitanya came when the highest worship was being lost because people lost the feeling, for Krishna, and they start speculating. Oh, So he came to reestablish the dharma for the age as love of God. So this is the real line in his line. These are real followers here. Okay? We're following like he did. You could look in this line and you'll see the symptoms of when it started. See, this is what blows devotees' minds. They're seeing what was then and they can't believe it. No. Narayan Maharaj said, no, after many lifetimes can you get prema. Okay? Well, the Lord is, when he wants to preach this and orders it to be preached, you're going to see what was then, now. And that's what people are seeing. They're seeing that developing now in this Sangha. And only this Sangha. As I said, prove me wrong. I would love it. Wouldn't it be nice to meet other ecstatic devotees? It would be amazing. So, yeah, prove me wrong. I love it, man. Yeah, show me. Show us. Let us see who has got these symptoms of the real mercy of Radha and Krishna and Lord Chaitanya. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw a girl in Navadvip. She went to Vishwapriya temple, and I was sitting there crying. A young girl, and she was crying. She had her husband who was her bodyguard because everybody was blaspheming her. And this attraction, I
Oh,
was
that's
so
good.
attracted to her. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
3 years ago. I was so attracted to her, but she was so shy because everybody was always attacking her. She was a Russian girl, 20 years old maybe. She had
Wow.
real frame, so
Yeah.
beautiful, Guru Maharaj.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
expressive.
That's how just looking for the symptoms. See this, we don't know who the mercy of God has until it becomes expressed in this world. See, so in some way, see, like Bhakti Siddhanta, Bhakti Vinod, and Prabhupada kind of withheld it. But still, you see in their revelation, if you're a real devotee, you can see it pop out in their revelations. See, so but only devotees will notice these things. So, and then if you see the prem, and then you talk to these devotees, you'll see they have deep understanding because of that prem, just like Bhagavad Gita 10:10. And and it's pure because their realizations will be nice and good and true. So that's how devotees really judge by symptoms. Let's see. See, in Vaishnava, there's been so much imitation, many false followers claiming to be the real followers. Just, it also was 500 years ago. Same thing. That's why it's in chapter 12 of Adi Lila. There were the real followers and the false ones. See, the real followers had the mercy of Lord Chaitanya, and that mercy was prem, devotion. They got the gift. See, you either got it from another life and you bring it through and it just spontaneously awakens when you're in contact with devotees, devotional literature, or the Dham, very easily just, okay. Or, and it usually it's not that way, and you need to go and have a bona fide spiritual master in the real line and take that shelter, get awakened, or get inflamed. Maybe you've got something already away, and then in that association, it can grow. See, there's soil there. There's right soil for it. Otherwise, the Vaidhi sector is no soil. As soon as it starts to pop up, bam, they want to smash it down. Just like you say, she was in the Dham and getting attacked in the Dham even. See? Because she also needs this. Actually, if she would have made this contact, this would help her, because then You know,
I
the
give you.
biggest demons can attack this, and many of you now, and it's nothing. It's just like duck. You know, there's no, because you have knowledge, you have association. You got it started to grow really strong. See, and now you can defend. Krishna can defend you. He's so inside, so filled you up so much that Krishna can defend you from all the envies, darts, and jealousies of the little children out there. You know, the little demons, and they're religionists. They can't bewilder you with their ideas and speculations and tricky arguments sometimes. Very tricky. That's why I'm just kind of itching to get Acharya Dev up here. I just want to see how he dances, and let's see what happens. In this, I'd just like to see if my Krishna will win. I think they're somewhat a little bit intimidated. They're like, well, I don't know. Maybe he's really talking. Maybe he's really got something there. I don't know. I don't know if we should take a chance, man. Because I got a lot of disciples and a lot of stuff riding on this. And Gohar, he's got nothing to lose. I got nothing to lose. I could lose all my disciples, and I still got my wealth. Can't take it away. This to me is icing on the cake and gravy. It's like having friends. It's so great. I get to see a preview of the spiritual world. This is how it is in spirit. And in many ways, it's better. It's like we're in human bodies, just like the Lord. The Lord and the devotees were so attracted to be with each other and to grow together, and interact in the physical world. Man, what a boon for the world! Look, we got the pastimes. Look how powerful they are. To awaken us. Okay, go ahead, Lolita.
Okay. This supreme science was thus received through the chain, the chain of the cyclic succession.
See, if you want the supreme science, you have to get it in the chain of disciplic line. If you disagree, well, go ahead, and you'll have problems, and you'll be many lifetimes and to try and figure it out on your own. And you probably, the only way you're ever going to really figure it out is you come into the disciplic line and just, this is God information. See? Just like for the Christians, if they want to figure it out more to this extent, they need to come in the chain of this disciplic line, like I did. I have to be an example for Christians. I had what they got. I have my relationship with Jesus. I give him honor. I can chant his name. I love it. I think of him and he's here. Think of Prabhupada, they're here. See? So even at the point of having love of God to that extent, by the chain of this disciplic line, I'm getting deeper into this. This is why they need this. And they, you could see the symptoms that they know, because we know what they don't know. If you're an ecstatic devotee, otherwise doesn't quite count. If you're not ecstatic devotee, you'll be thinking like a lot of these Vaishnavas. Oh, they eat meat, man. They're going to hell. They'd be thinking like that if you don't have love of God. If you have love of God, genuine, you'll be looking at symptoms. Oh, they eat meat? Yeah, but where's their heart? Is Jesus really awakened in them? Is the Christ living in them? They'll have signs and symptoms. That's what I don't know, what they eat or don't eat. That by the Lord living inside them, he burns up zillions of karmic things. That's just how powerful God living inside you is. Just like Ajamil, he wasn't even chanting at the point of love of God. All he was doing namabas, and it burned up zillions of sins from many lifetimes. Can you imagine a devotee who chants and praying? That's why if you got affection and ecstasy awakening when you go on kirtan or you chant these books, your sins are forgiven. Otherwise, you wouldn't experience such things like this. is. And anything that you do will be forgiven. I mean, say the Lord's thinking, well, it's my child, and you're my child now. The Lord says, hey man, in Kali Yuga, you listen to my devotee preaching the real thing, the right thing, not that many lifetimes before you get praying thing. That ain't the real thing, really, not yet. This is the real thing. You're with my real devotee. He's giving you the real message and the real benediction. And what I came to give 550 years, he's transmitting, or she's transmitting that message. I'm not going to wait for you to be perfect. I'm going to jump right in and start working. He just rolls up his transcendental sleeves, and it's very easy for him. Oh yeah, you still have a little desire for this. You want a little sex here. You want a little this. Yeah, it's not up on the highest standard of Arupa Goswami. It doesn't matter, man. You came the right way. This devotee Gohari really does have the order of Prabhupada and really does have the benediction of Krishna. He's showing the example. You don't have to be Mr. or Mrs. Perfect to get a relationship with them. He's just willingness to go where the real mercy is, and to hear and listen and get purified. That's all the Lord is thinking. And then he can do the rest. And then we might have a little thing, oh, let me try this, let me do this, like babies do, right? But the Lord is there now. That's all the Lord wants us to come in and get the mercy and understand how to get the mercy. That's all I'm teaching, how to get the mercy, what all this stuff means. The Lord has shown me all this stuff and is continually showing me these things. He shows me why the Christ was born in a barn. There's no room in the inn. These people, these sannyasis and everything, don't welcome the Lord. They're like this, oh, we got a big inn. Why should you come in here? You're just a low-class person. Why should you be the birth of Christ be in you? No, go away from us. Go away. It's kind of saying it to us like, oh, don't come here, man. Don't show us how to birth the Christ. No, go in the barn. So I'm in the barn, man. I'm outside. They don't want me in ISKCON. They don't want you. See, they don't want the real Christ living in somebody out because they don't know. They just, Lord, forgive them. They know not what they do. Just how it is. So the Lord is the Christ, the Krishna is born in a barn with our beasts, just simply because, we're giving him a place in the barn. See, we're the barn, where the beasts are in there, the passions and all that stuff. But the Lord is saying, just give me a friggin' place to be born. That's all. That's the message. Can you understand these things, people? Nobody's ever explained this. There isn't one Christian has explained this that I've heard. Not one Vaishnava knows these secrets, but it's all here. You listen here, you understand why the Lord comes in that, the power of that. Isn't that nice to know that you don't have to be Mr. Perfect like Radhanath or somebody who lived in a cave and a big sannyasi, and then you're going to get God? Isn't it nice, wonderful? Isn't that the real hope? Not only hope, assurance. You see people getting this, really getting God living in them as they are. The Lord ain't waiting for a river to be unhooked from a machine and being perfect in body and in everything else. And then he's going to come in there. He's coming in there whether she wheeze or not. He's saying, I'm going to come in there and it's all going to be about we, the big we, not the little we of the body. That's human. No, it's going to be the big we, man. We together forever. Now, isn't it worth it, man, to get the big we instead of just a small little we every day?
Big we.
We, you and the Lord forever. Now, that's the we need. Not the we in the world, man. It's okay. I mean, all right. If the Lord wants to give you the we, and wet your bed someday, okay, great. If not, you got the big we, man. You and the Lord together. Prabhupada was always speaking about, he would say we. Many people think, we? What about I? No, it's about we. We're this, we together, the devotee and the Lord. Like, we're preaching here. It's not just Gaur Hari. You think I'm just doing it? No, it's not I. It's we, the Lord, the Lord, the flute and the flautist together. I'm fine with my part. I'm just pick me up, Lord. Let's play a tune, man. Let's attract people back to Vrindavan, the real one, man. Not the fake one, not the replica, the real one. Go ahead, Lolita, read on.
Great. this supreme, this supreme science was thus received through the chain of disciplic succession, and and the saintly kings, they understood it in that way.
Yeah.
That in
See, you
course,
have to see now. This is just one level. See, this is Bhagavad Gita, the saintly kings. Only you had to be saintly, and you had to be like Jarasandha. See, but there's deeper levels because he was a saintly king, man. I'm telling you, you read the Bible, he was a saintly king, but not saintly enough to know Krishna, the ecstatic Krishna from Vrindavan. That's why Lord Chaitanya threw the brahmachari out of his kirtan. He said, "Oh, you think you're saintly by just drinking milk? Oh, you can get him out of my kirtan. This intimacy is not available that way. That's only Bhagavad Gita stuff. You get to know me that level.
that's other
Saintly.
milk.
Yeah. Oh,
You
get him
get
out
to
of here.
drink other milk.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You got to drink the other milk, man. Oh, well, bring him back. He went through Srivas. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. So I wanted to give a lesson to the sannyasis. You can't get me, the real deep me, by your austerities, renunciation, and milk drinking, and all of that stuff, and no sex and all that. Oh, you went through that Srivas. The simple little Brahmin there who doesn't, unpretentious. Ah, come in. Oh, do you have to go through a Brahmin? No, you can Nakula Brahmacharya. You can go through him, or you can go through what's that Sridhar, this banana leaf seller. They're all my devotees. Whatever door you enter, they're connected to me. They're a branch on the tree. Okay? And now you just the challenge for people who would want to know who and what God is to find another branch on that tree in 2022. Yeah. Now. It's all about now. Be here now. This is you want to know the perfection of be here now? Yeah, I tell you, we should our stuff should be the bestseller of all bestsellers, but people, they think illusion is better than truth. Well, I don't know. I'm still going to preach truth because I love it myself, and if there's anybody else that loves truth, this is the best. This is the perfection of be here now. See? Be here now is not just be here with the mode of goodness and how, oh yeah, I'm here in the moment now and my mind isn't pushing. But I got to always pull it back, and it's always a struggle to do these things because the mind is like the wind. See, so be here now is hard work, man. It's not, and then maybe it gets natural, but you're only being here now. Yes, I'm here. I'm looking at all the stuff right now. And so you get a discipline going, and you get good at it in the mode of goodness or liberation. Yes, I'm being here now with all the stuff. Yeah, yeah. No, perfection of be here now with Krishna and his pastimes and his name. And the mind just flies to that. When you start to feel it, man, you have the shelter of Krishna. Oh, be here now with Krishna. Yeah, perfect, man. Oh yeah, my mind loves it. My mind doesn't want to go away from that. My mind chastises me. It says, "Hey, go all right. Stop letting. Don't you get bring it back to the Lord because I'm enjoying being. What do you say? Why are you wandering away?" My mind tells me that. Where do you hear that stuff? Somebody says, "Why are you wandering away, Kohar? Get back here. I'm enjoying this. You'll enjoy it too." You're right, mind. Thank you very much. You're my friend now. What is that? This perfection of Bhagavad Gita. The mind is your worst enemy and it can be your best friend. My mind is my best friend. It wakes me up in the morning. Get up, Kohar. Don't lay in bed another second. Get up there. Get ready, for, kirtan and talking about sadhu sangha. I'm attracted to that. Why are you a slacker? My mind does that. See, my best friend now. Literally. How can it not be your best friend? It helps me now. When it wanders, when it wanders away, it's hey, get a grasp on this. There, Gohari. I need you, man. Focus. Okay, okay. See, best friend. Hey, practical stuff. Can you see this is actually real? Can you see there's not a speculation? Do you see it's just like Bhagavad Gita said? You had to find an example of that.
Absolutely.
My mind loves to chant because it's so attractive to the mind. See? So that's the gift you can get here. And I ain't anything special. I still got a few desires here and there, still working it out. But I know I'll overcome everything because I'm following in the footsteps of the residents of Vrindavan. That's what they do. They know they'll overcome everything by loving Krishna. That's all the Christians say. Just love me, man. Just focus on me, and because you have my shelter, I will appear and deliver you day after day after day. Just let me be the hero and save you, man. Yeah, Lord. Yeah, you're my hero, man. Yeah. And then you become, the Lord says, yeah, but I need some heroes in this world. I'm going to make you the hero of your disciples, and so that they can depend on you also and learn the real science of Krishna consciousness in disciplic line. I need somebody like you. My heroes are the Vaishnavas. If your hero is not, if the Lord gives you a real guru where he really speaks through and they're not your hero, well, then you're in Maya more or less. Because I know for me, maybe I haven't found a living person, I could say, but my disciples are more my heroes than any of these gurus that I've met other than Prabhupada through his books. And they're my heroes. Prabhupada, Bhakti Siddhanta, Bhakti Vinod, all of them, Rupa Goswami. I had no other heroes but the ones who are very intimate devotees of the Lord. Others, helping people in the world is great. The Lord has many servants. We're all his servants. The demons are his servants. The demons are working for the plan of the Lord. None of us can get out of it. And all these gurus I so-called criticize, they're also part of the plan of the Lord. Everybody, but you can't, it's not easy to understand somebody where the Lord is working. Their minds, you think they're criticizing, they're just trying to help. Everything is inverted to people in the world, because everybody's false ego interested, And so, go ahead. What, Lolita?
Yeah, you're changing their idea about amounts. The only amount that Krishna actually counts is the amount of your faith in Satchitananda. That's the only amount he counts. And all the rest, the amount of your austerities and your cows and your milking cows and your rounds, etc., etc. He's like you said, Srinivas, the humble devotee. He will deliver you. He will bring the milk drinker.
Yeah. Yeah, he'll take care of everything. Even our sins and our attractions to the world. You don't have to be artificial here. I mean, if something's in the way, that needs to be noted. I mean, if you want to move on, but even people like we have people that are hooked on drugs and maybe alcohol and stuff like that, and pot or whatever, But you see, the Lord shows you personally that you're happy just believing in where He's working. That he doesn't stop giving you understanding and realization, and by everything will be overcome just because of your faith in where he's really working.
Yeah.
See, you're there, you're targeted in the right place. This is what Lord Chaitanya taught, Jesus taught. That's why he liberated a tax collector having orgies, eating meats and all this stuff. God knows whether he's maybe he was an alcoholic. Who knows? It didn't matter. But he became a great saint because of his faith in Jesus. That's it. He heard from Jesus for 3 years. You guys, you come in here. How can you not get a benediction? How can you not? It would be impossible. That's why people get things. They come and they get spiritual connection and dreams. And, it's real here.
If you have faith, real faith. Yeah.
Yes, faith is what you understand what Jesus said. Those who have faith in me, those who have faith in me, all their sins are forgiven. How do you know? You become deeply attracted to Krishna and his pastimes, his name, the devotees. You start to like the devotees. Look at Radhe. She likes the devotees. She come to meet Lalita Ganga, and it was great. And then all the troops come, and they were so intense. She had to go out of the room. This is so intense, right? Too much bliss. Yeah. Okay, what do we got here? Let's see, commentation by a devotee is real, whereas that of demons is useless. Yeah, I mean, yeah. See, Bhagavad Gita purport. Yeah, see, and demon, and so many demons are in still religion. I was in Mayapur. I'm chanting Hare Krishna. The Lord gives you the ability to chant the transcendental name. And you chant the transcendental name, Gohar? Yeah, because it has to be, because when I chant myself, Lalita also and Johan must be the transcendental name, because we become ecstatic doing it. Isn't that our voice doing it? So, I mean, if it wasn't I wouldn't become ecstatic, right? Isn't that the idea? And that's proof is in the pudding. Oh, are you a real guru? Teaching real bhakti yoga, the real union with the Lord. Well, if you're chanting and your vibration is really transcendental, you'll become ecstatic from hearing your own sound vibration. That's false ego? No, that's the true ego, the Lord. He's ecstatic seeing his reflection. Why shouldn't we be ecstatic chanting the transcendental name? See? So that's proof is in the pudding. That's why, hey man, it's so simple. You want to find the real representative of Lord Chaitanya's line? See you chants the holy name ecstatically, like River met that girl who was ecstatic seeing and crying seeing the deity. Real crying, real ecstasy. Should have took her number down and give her this
I
opportunity.
gave her all the information.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, Facebook, etc. But
too bad.
never saw her in class. No.
Yeah, you see, and you never know. Their bhakti is, and maybe she's okay, but who knows? A lot of times these persons it get stunted again because they're like babies. They got bhakti. It's coming out, but then they're in this world, and Kamsas are very aggressive. And you think, oh, I go to the ISKCON or these groups, and they're very aggressive because there's still little comps in a lot of people. If a little bhakti comes up, they get freaked out and they dash it.
I had this
Right?
in the temple when I was crying. The aggression of the devotees. Yeah.
Yeah, aggressive. So it's not a good place to culture this. You need the right soil. This is a pretty rare place. Because in the Narayan Raj group, if any, he said, no tears, man, none. Don't. If you have a tear, wipe it. I mean, it's very preaching like that. Anyway, that's his thing and what he did. But see, that still was not a ideal environment. See, we encourage that. Because why? Because the Lord encourages that back then, and this is a revival time. Otherwise, we will not see love of God unless we see this kind of encouragement. It's got to grow, man. Start to where it becomes real tangible to people, where they start saying, wow, there's something going on that's uncommon in your Sangha. I never heard such things. I never saw such things. See, because it's growing here. See, it's growing and it's getting more and more attractive. That Pied Piper thing, you see, Christian the flute? That you got to see that kind of Pied Piper where the Lord's piping his more ever increasing, ever fresh song in this world. Song. See, song of God, Bhagavad Gita, and even more so now. See, to attract people to the real Vrindavan, not the speculation one.
Yeah, Karuna says Tom felt no aggression. Was Tom crying in the temples? I never heard that he was crying. that he had prayed in the temple, they became aggressive to me because I was crying. For the rest,
Yeah.
they were sweet to me,
Yeah.
but not that crying. That was immediately,
Yeah. Yeah. It's just, it's another level. They don't do this for beginners.
mm,
Proof is that's why Prabhupada said Chaitanya Leela is postgraduate. He didn't preach it. I mean, he did, but he did and he didn't. See, he did because he gave classes and he talked about it to an extent, and he wrote about it in his books. But it needs to be really like, hey man, this is the mission now. Who's ready for this?
mm,
We're in all in on this one, not all in on the, okay, the rules regulations for the ISKCONs and all the groups. Anybody over there interested here in what we're doing? Because we're all in on Chaitanya Lila. We're all in on Raghunuga Bhakti. Indeed, we're all in on that mercy because that mercy is here. That is our work.
yeah.
Yeah.
Madhu also he experienced aggression for his ecstatic emotions
Yeah.
in India. So,
Can I say something?
Yeah. Go ahead, Tom.
Yeah,
yeah.
it feels like in my case it was um, the tears and the ecstasy was imprisoned by the mode of goodness. Yes,
Yeah.
so I was suppressed by the mode of goodness to express, and it really has to do with faith and having balls. So
Mm.
my ecstasy or my happiness, it was in this tube um, of being suppressed by the more goodness.
Yeah. Yeah, that's basically how it is. It's just see, it's just like the modes are competing. See, Bhagavad Gita teaches modes of nature are competing with each other: passion with ignorance, ignorance with passion, passion with goodness, goodness with passion. That's what we're seeing here. See, demons are in the mode of passion and ignorance. Okay, more passion actually. If you notice, if you look at Bill Gates' schedule and Fauci, they're going around, man. They're really into what they're doing. See, but what are they doing? See, it's more, they see they got this thing. We want to be in control. We know we're the earthly gods in the world. That's what a more demoniac thing. So they got the passion, right? And they want, and the good people that say, okay, we think you need more harmony with stuff. We're actually related. See, the more Brahman, more goodness in Brahman is, see, the demon thing is they're separatist. They're more like, oh, it's all about, we know what's best for everybody. Oh, you guys are just cattle or something. Well, it's too many cattle here. Let's start getting rid of them. See, they think like that, but of course they don't tell you. It's they're kind of seared. Saint Paul called it their consciousness is seared. Their conscience is seared. See, because if the demigods are more, they have more conscience about what they do. They want to act appropriately. See, the ones who worship Lucifer or the darkness, they're more like do with thy will. You want to kill somebody, just do it. You notice they let people out of jail that are murderers. But if you cheat on anything that's to do with their money thing, oh, they'll put you in jail forever. See, but murderers, they take them, they're putting them on the street now. I mean, it's so amazing. If you have you could see the Lord's how He's working through the different energies. See, so they let out the real criminals. The ones that, oh yeah, let them out. Oh, but you guys are taking our money away, or you're exposing us. Oh, let's put you in jail. So they see the competition; they're competing, and so the good people they also they fight this. You notice they got some balls, man. They're fighting this. Look at them, man. These are more with you could see their qualities. I mean, not everybody can see but if you're getting purified by this bhakti level of bhakti yoga, then you see, oh, look at the demigods. They got more conscience. they see that, that we're all one in a sense, we're family until, they have some level of realization of that. See the one energy, hey man, we're all brothers and under that in a way. Why are you treating us like we're cut off? Why don't you feel any compassion for us? Well, demons can't. See? And so anyway, but that's just one level. And then you got this level, this consciousness, you're seeing like, oh, you see the demigods, they got some level of it's a higher mode. That's why you go to heaven, and the demons go to hell, hellish kind of things, where you're really cut off from others and you just self-concerned, very egotistical, extremely so. And then you take your followers with you. See, that's why if see people in the world who are innocents, so the demons and the demigods and the devotees, they preach to the innocents. You notice? Majjamadikari, what do you preach to? The demons? Well, it depends on how deep your bhakti is. But the real devotees, they preach to the innocents. The innocents you can see in the world. They're here. They're like the ones that when Janaki was doing her kirtan, this lady was floored. She had to drive in a car and she had to stop. She was getting intoxicated with truth. Hit her. She's just an ordinary person. They're the innocents. But the innocents, by association, they're usually they're controlled by the demons or the demigods. Depends on who's in charge. See, bodily still. See, I'm going to tell a secret now. Just come. The Lord told me this just instantly. See, now as this, see, we're in Vrindavan, right? In Vrindavan, Krishna grew up, right? He grew up there. He was a baby, grew up, became mature. See, his spiritual body and the bodies of his devotees matured there. See, and now the spiritual body gets very strong, and it's stronger than the material body, actually. But it has to get through. That's why you see, that's why ISKCON hasn't invited me. I mean, or anybody here, because we need to grow up first, because to withstand that, and then you come back into these, which we are now. Actually, this is why I come and I preach about these things and get their ears to attention, because we can take it. You're not going to run away here just because he's a Sahaja. Oh, okay. Well, I'm going back to you guys. You're not going to do that. You guys are matured, so we can see, so we can become influential. But what body is influencing? The spiritual body. Now, this is uncommon. See? And when the innocents or the demons or the demigods, whoever comes first, it doesn't matter, whoever the Lord wants to come, are influenced by the spiritual bodies of devotees. See, they come under naturally from you'll want to, if you're ready for this and want to, you see that whatever you're doing, you're fed up or it's not working for your liking, you come here and be influenced by devotees who have their spiritual body. See, it's a body. It becomes so tangible, people can experience it. Yeah, and they become influenced. Like even now, more people are like, wow, let us come and be in. You got to be influenced by somebody. See, somebody. The word is about Krishna. See, somebody. But what body? A demigod body influencing you? Yeah, or some demigod or some demon body or some devotee body. They're the real somebody, ultimate somebody. See, so that's what's going on here, and you'll see people that are just it's let's see the miracles. It all comes from what we do here. Isn't this so? It gets more and more fascinating, more and more interesting. Look at. I mean, proof is in the pudding. Look at Amy. Can you imagine? She couldn't get when she first started. She couldn't get up early, like 3 o'clock in the morning. Look at her. She wants to get up. It makes her day. This is just an example. People, if you want your day made and where you start to, it's like, people are committing suicide because, look at what is this, a bleak existence, this dysfunctional 1984 on steroids existence? Even the demons, when they see a real spiritual, mature body in this world, why wouldn't they? Well, look at these people. You're going to see, man. You're going to see Illuminati, man. I'm telling you, Illuminati's 33 degrees and all of that. Why not? They're going to see a knowledge here that because they're interested in knowledge. They love occult knowledge. They love to control. They want to use that knowledge and all of that stuff. And what's here is even better than that. They just got to see it. See, matured to see that, our access, and see, their access is to Lucifer, which is, the shadow of God. It's God in that dark form. See, we got God in his shining dark form of Vrindavan, man. Most attractive of all, most intelligent of all, most knowledge of all, most freedom, most immortality that they're looking for. It's in what we're doing. And more people will see this. You're going to see amazing things that even Jesus, when he said the sages of the past wanted to see or hear. He didn't say see, hear what you are hearing now. And that goes on now. You're going to see what Prabhupada didn't even show, or Bhaktisiddhanta didn't show, glories and all of that. In our lifetime, we're going to see these things. This is prime time. This is more prime time than when Prabhupada was here. And not saying it's better than him. No, it's by their mercy. The disciplic line was pushing for this time. Prime time viewing, man. To get this slot is special. We got the special slot now. On TV to get the prime spot. We got the prime spot and people don't know it. It's a revelation, my friends. Prophecy. And it's now. You don't have to wait for anything. It's now. This is prime time TV. See, TV. Is this a television? Is this? Look at you guys. 2 hours and 11 minutes. Yeah, I don't see anybody here leaving. I won't leave. It's so interesting. It's a blockbuster. I'm going to leave probably soon because I got a great crypto deal. I gotta move on. Hopefully it's still available. I had a choice, either do this or the crypto deal, a really good one. I chose this.
That's good.
Because you can always miss it. Yeah, there's always another deal like that. I said, Lord, I'm choosing you, and I'm so glad I did. This is the real deal. That stuff is, if there's a deal after the class, no problem. But
You're good in everything.
Yeah. I even started a little crypto guy. I mean, I'm telling you, why not? Why not learn a new skill? It's great. To me, it's like playing Monopoly, and our economy is going that way. It's digital, and it does give you an edge over the government is trying to, just naturally Maya wants to control everything. And I don't know, this is you if I, like, for example, if you want a loan from a bank, you got to go to loan. Are you qualified? And they look at this and this and this and this, right? If you have this, if you have Bitcoin or cryptocurrency, you're the bank. I just go, if I want a loan, to, like a deal here, I might take a little loan out. I just go get a loan. I don't have any because I'm the bank. I have what I have, and I just go take the loan, and then I go put it in, into an investment, and then I did it. I do what the elites do. They're the bank.
But you are the elite, Guru Maharaj.
Yeah, but this is for everybody. This is what I'm trying to say. If you guys want an edge on things, this is people's money. This is God. This is Krishna. I feel this is a way that you can not have to ask permission. You're growing up. Why should you need to ask permission to do what you need to do? You know, that's it. You just, why not? I never liked banks. I never liked going in banks. But when I became the bank, I thought, wow, this is cool. This is nice. I like this. This is like, it's like, oh yeah, here's something that can help. And like if I make some extra money, I mean, I can say, hey, hey, you want to take a trip? Come over here, do this and all that. Why not, man? I mean, the Lord, if He gives me inspiration, then it's Him. And so anyway, I started a little group. If you want to learn about this, I'll give whatever videos inspire me about it. I'll share with you guys because I'll just learn from YouTube videos. And it's just practical. But one thing is, don't get caught up in. See, most of these people, they don't have what we have. Just use the information and their experience. Don't get caught up in their passions and all that stuff. That's not. I mean, you'll see. You'll start. When you feel that or something, just kind of like,
Oh, you're frozen. I'm
the
very
information
frozen.
to the point, and then put it. So anyway,
Yeah, some syllables, some words are gone now again. So, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare.
No, Lalita is frozen.
Am I frozen now? Do I
You were
have to
frozen.
do
You were frozen.
really?
You never looked so good.
Guru Maharaj?
He's frozen. No, he's not.
We wait a little bit? Or shall I read?
No.
No reading? Chanting?
Yes, 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 yes,
Hare
yes.
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna.
okay, we're back. We're back. Yeah. All right. So if anybody, can you hear me, everybody? Yeah.
Hear you.
Okay.
Hear
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. So if anybody wants, you can just download Signal on the Play Store, and then you can join the group. If you have any problems, let me know. And so that's that. That's just as I say, if you're interested, you don't have to do this. It's just a little extra thing. A lot of people don't want to be bothered with things. Okay, fine, no problem.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna go now, and my voice is done, and I'm gonna do some things. It's already getting a little bit late here. It's amazing. 7 o'clock.
Thank you very much. See you later.
Hey, thank you, everybody. I
Bye
don't
bye.
know how to come in contact with you with YouTube. I try. Okay. Oh, what is this? Andromeda. I don't. Oh, I see. Yeah. Let's see. I'm not going to leave quite yet until the people get.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's somebody else who wants Andromeda.
Yeah, Andromeda. Yeah. I don't know how to get in contact with you with YouTube. Yeah. Speak after class. Okay. All right. Yeah, you guys handle it. Hare Krishna, everybody. We'll see you.